Good morning, everyone. Just make sure I am in the right spot here, the right time. Looks like just going to shut down a couple things here so we don't have issues with too much trying to run at the same time. There we go. All right, good morning and hello. It is Friday morning, September the 5th. And it is time for us to have a little couple we're going to create and we're going to connect this morning. I have got a Fun Folds class to give away for today during the live, and I'm excited to finish off a project that we started on Tuesday night. So we're going to finish off that project, and I'm going to be creating with you the last of 4 Christmas note cards, and then a fabulous little gift box that they are all going to fit into. Okay, so that is what is on the plan for today. So hello, Joan, how are you? As you're popping on, let me know where you are watching from. Is this the first time you have watched me? Let me know. If so, welcome to our little community here. We have a lot of fun together, and it always amazes me, like even the little conversations that go on during within the comments itself. When I don't see a question that someone may ask, I love how everyone else kind of pops in and helps me out. So thank you so much for that. We're going to have a fun time creating this cute little box. If you are someone who is who has subscribed to my channel, I have started a PDF, a full PDF that will include all 4 of the cards and the recipe on making the box as well. So you will be getting a free PDF for this whole project. I will pop that PDF into my PDF store. But yeah, if you're part of the subscription, this is going to be a little gifty for you this Friday. I have to finish off taking some photos and photos of the box as it's being made, and then it will probably be in your subscription probably by about 3 o'clock today, so then you can create these this weekend. It'll be fun. All right, so we've got some people popping on. As you can see, I am a little bit of a I'm still a little red in the cheeks, a little bit sweaty for sure. I just finished riding the bike. I had a little bit of a sleep in this morning. I had great intentions to get up at 6:30, and the last 2 days were my work days in the office. It was busy, and I was just like, I need another hour. So I just decided I'm going to just have an extra hour sleep, and that means that you guys get me in a sweaty mess. But sorry about that. That's okay. In a minute, you're going to see what I'm creating. It'll be good. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, looks like I'm in the right spot. This is awesome. I am going to head on down to my workspace, and I'm going to show you originally this project we started on Tuesday night. If you're just tuning in, we made 3 cute little Christmas, beautiful really, because we have velvet and everything on them. They're very pretty. 3 little Christmas note cards. I am going to make the 4th, and then we are going to make a box that they are going to go in. So it's going to be like a little gift box. Now, this box, the original project, I did probably about 4 years ago would be my guesstimate. And you can probably fit more than 4 note cards in there, but 4 is kind of nice because then you can maybe put in a little chocolate or something in there as well into the gift box. It's going to be great for giving as a hostess gift, for your co-workers, teachers, all that sort of stuff coming up to the holiday season. So you can get busy working on these, and then you can have them ready to go to gift. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that, with note cards, it's great because You get them in a package of 20 with the envelopes, but they're smaller. You can still mail them standard in the mail, so they can still go through the mail. They're big enough that you can do that. But it's a great size in which you can use your scraps to create on them. So all of the cards that we are creating, I have just used scraps from the Tags and More, the Christmas Tags and More designer series papers. So I'm going to show you them. Here we go. All right. So first of all, if you didn't tune in on Tuesday, I will show you what our project is based on. We're going to do a red box for today. Okay. So it is just a little tiny note box here. And when you open it up, we have got in here 4 note cards, just like that. And again, these were made probably about 4 years ago. We've got this one, and I do have the last one here because we're going to create this card today in Christmas colors. But those are the cute little note cards. And then this is the box that they go in. And of course you have 4 envelopes as well that will go in here. So it's just a cute little set, and they all fit in there perfect. I designed the box so that it was the perfect size, of course, for all of these to fit in. And like I said, I mean, that's the 4 of them. There's still room if you wanted to put, you know, maybe 6 in there, you could, or you could put a little something else in there. Maybe, you know, like one of those, some sort of flat chocolate or something, right? Or a little gift with it. You could do that too. Okay. So we have created 3 of the note cards so far. And this was Tuesday night, so this is one. I guess I should have the originals out here so you can see how different papers can really change up the look of a card. Okay, so there's that one, which was originally this. Okay, so pretty. And then we have got this one, which was this one here. And then we have got our striped one, and that was the original there. So as you can see, I'm going to get my ring light out of the way there. As you can see, just switching up the papers, you can make these little note cards any season that you want. In fact, it's a great way if you have a whole bunch of strips or scraps that you have used up a package of your designer series paper and you have all those little pieces left. This is the perfect project because they're usually end up being in between 1.5 inch strips and 1/2 inch strips, and that is what is used for all of these cards. Okay, so let's move on to our last one, which is this design here. It is just a really quick card in which you're going to rip up strips of 1 inch scraps, and then you're going to glue them onto, I have my pieces in here, onto a note card. Okay, now I'm going to grab my note card. Let me see, that's one thing I didn't grab was my package of note cards. Let me just grab one. I think I have some in here. Just see what we've got. Yes, here are some note cards. Okay. So I've got one in here. So I've got one note card. I have got a piece of red cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and that is going to be our layer that's going to go around the outside. And then I've got a piece here that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and this is what I'm going to add all of the beautiful pieces of paper to. Okay, so we're going to start by taking this one and taking our strips of paper. So I'm using all scraps from the Christmas Tags and More designer series paper pack, and I have been using these a ton for projects. You saw them quite a bit. Like, look at how pretty they are. Some of them are 3 inches. I just cut them in half. We're going to trim them to the edge of the paper, so it's all okay if they're a little bit wider. But here are kind of some opposite sides. Let's see if we got that, just so I can see what my options are. Okay, I got a little bit of brown there as well. All right, so here are all of our pieces. Okay, so we're going to rip an edge on all of them except for one. I am going to keep one in full tack here to add to the bottom piece of the paper, and then we're going to rip the other ones and we're going to layer them up like seen right here. So it's as easy as ripping some scraps to create this effect. Okay, and then after we finish this card, we are going to take if you want to get out a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 11, you can create the box along with me. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I wanted it to be the plaid. That's all right, it's down, it's glued. It's glued. We'll just add the plaid throughout because I love the plaid. It's my favorite pattern. Okay, so let's start with a piece of plaid here. I'm going to rip this one just like that, and I rip it towards me, which is going to expose a white edge, and we're going to just start gluing these down. Now I'm going to go fairly quick here, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put a very light layer of liquid glue. I have seen some crafters use just a sheet of adhesive, like an adhesive sheet, and they just cut it to the size of the cardstock and then just start laying down the pieces. But you can definitely do that. I like to have a little bit of movement so that if I want to shift them a little bit, I can. I'm going to go right about there. Love it. We're going to put it down. And this is, you will be, see, I love that one. We're going to add a little green first though. I think I have 2 of those, yeah. But you'll be surprised how little strips like this make a big impact on the card. They're just so pretty. So I've got 7 here. I don't know if I'll end up using all 7 of them. It all depends on how much you show. And I'm going to just kind of keep an eye on how wide apart I'm putting them. Okay, I love, this is my favorite, I think. I don't know, it's so hard. They're all so pretty, right? But I love that holly. That looks fabulous so far. Okay, we're gonna pop it in with some neutral. Add a little neutral down the center here, like that. Okay, looking so good. Then I think we're going to do a little more plaid. Oh, I think we might be right on with our numbers here. We'll see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're probably going to need 6, 7, 8. You will need 8. Okay, so I got to figure out which patterns I want to use to finish this up. I think I definitely want a green. And I kind of want another one like this. I'm trying to remember what paper that was on. It wasn't these ones. I don't want any more neutral. I'm done with the neutral, I think. So let's grab my package of scraps, and we're going to just, I think, take another one out of here that has this gingham, because I love the green gingham, and I do have tons. Yep, there's a scrap right there. And we're going to cut this so that it is 1 inch. Just grab my trimmer. And then we have another piece of gingham in there because I like that pattern there. Okay. So I saw that some of you had a chance to cruise the new holiday mini and all the online exclusives. If you're not quite sure where to, see, I like that one, where to find the online exclusives, I did the day that the catalog went live, which was Wednesday morning, I did do a live that just showed you where you could find all of the goodies that were online, because there is a ton of online stuff as well. Let's see. I think that works. Oh, see, See how the thickness, I almost want to bring it down a little bit, but we're going to have to put it up, I think. It's okay. We're going to put a greeting up there. So that'll work. As long as it's covered, we're good. Look at that. Okay. But there is a ton of online stuff as well as catalog stuff. So you can check it all out. And I did a little run through to show you where to find all that on Wednesday morning. You can find that in my feed. Just because sometimes it's hard to find stuff online, right? Okay, we're going to trim this up. Use my little cutter here. There's 1 and 2. Another thing that I have got open for registration right now, and only for a couple more days or until all of the goodies that I need for my kit sell out, is the ornamental Christmas. So look at that. Look at it, how it pops. Love it. Oh, turned out great. Okay, I am happy with that. But there is, yes, the October, which is the ornamental Christmas. Registration is up right now while I can get all the stuff. Once the products, sell out, if they do before the 10th, then I shut it down early. But hopefully it will stay open. But you can register for that one up until the 10th. Okay, I'm going to start shipping out. I've got all my goodies for, oh, hold on, let's get it the right way. All my goodies for the paper share are ordered and en route. So if you were someone who signed up for the product share, I will start sending out emails, because I did say to kind of hold off until I made sure that I got everything before you send payment, and I was able to get everything. So I will be sending out messages for payment. Am I correct that you do not do a December card club? Oh, that is a good question. I will touch on that one in a second. But yeah, if you did the product share, there will be emails that will go out just to let you know that I've ordered everything up and how much is owing for the product share. So you will probably see that come into your email this weekend. As I've got all my mailers, I'm going to start addressing them all. And once I've got all the products here, got everything cut up, they will be heading your way. I'm so excited for you to get your little box of, not so little actually, box of all of the good stuff. Okay. Now, as for the next couple months, that is a great question, Linda. What will I be doing? Well, I am going to be, that seems a little crooked. Maybe it's me. I think it's me. I think it's okay. I will be doing a November card club. I think I'm going to be using the adorable suite that has all the animals and the postage stuff. It's so cute for Christmas. And then for the month of December, I switch it up. And instead of doing cards, because it is at the very beginning of December, and it will be just in time for you to do some Christmas wrapping, we do a dozen tags. And I often give the option of you can do either 12 tags or you can sign up to do 24 tags. So depending on how many beautiful Christmas tags you need, that is what we do in the first week of December. So you have all of, look at that, Merry, and I'm going to put Christmas on the inside. Then you have all of your beautiful tags ready to put on your gifts for Christmas. Okay, so that's what happens in the month of December. If this is your first full year of Christmas with me, as well as being part of doing some of my monthly club classes. So the club classes, I mean, you don't have to do all the classes. You sign up for the months that you want. Look at that, Christmas. So we got a little Mary on the front, and we got Christmas on the inside. I love it. So yeah, the nice thing is you can sign up for whatever classes you want to do. I don't hold you to doing it every single month. You sign up each month, okay? Because sometimes it just doesn't work out one month, right? You're away, or depending on what I'm using, you've already got stuff. Okay, so I think I should do the Mary there. Here I did it off to the side, but because there's a little bit more of this pattern than the rest, that actually works out perfect. I'm going to put this right here. I'd like to say it was meant to be. Yeah, let's go with that. It was meant to be, right? There we go. We got a little Mary and we got a Christmas on the inside. We're going to add some embellishments, and I love the patterns that are in that. Now I want to use the beautiful sequins. Here they are. These ones here. And we're going to add a little tiny bit of bling to this card. And then we're going to make a little cute little box to go with it, okay? Let's see. I am thinking red for this one. I'm going to go one here, and I am going to go maybe one here, and then I'm going to do another little one, two, and I'll do one up here. There. That's cute. Okay. So there is our fourth card in all of the cards. So there we have them all done. Aren't those cute? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Okay. Now our next thing that we need to make is we need to make a cute little box that's going to go in it, right? Sue, please confirm that October class is in fact on Thanksgiving Monday. I will send out a message. We will switch it to Tuesday. The live Zoom is going to be on the Sunday morning. So if you are joining me for the live Zoom, just because I couldn't do it the week earlier because we are away. So I had to shift it to that weekend, the Thanksgiving weekend. So it's going to be a matter of, my crafty friends, you're going to put your turkey in the oven. Then you're going to create, and then, you know, it probably won't take that long to do the class, depending on, I'm trying to think what we're using. Yes, it should be quicker, this one, so maybe a couple hours, and then you can go back and baste your turkey, maybe in between cards, all that sort of stuff. We'll work it out, because I'll be in the same boat, right? Okay, so let's do our box that we're going to create for these cards. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to cut this piece of paper down, and I've got all of the elements already that I'm going to decorate this box up with. I'm going to use a little bit of green velvet, I think, because the box is going to be red, and I'm going to, yeah, kind of keep all the elements on the top. White birch texture and green, and then we're going to do our greeting in red because the box is red. It's going to look really pretty. Okay, so I'm cutting this piece of 8.5 by 11. I am cutting it down to 7.5 by 11. So I'm taking 1 inch strip off. Okay, like that. All right, looks like it's time for me to switch up my blade. I've been cutting like crazy for classes, and I have a little bit of more of a rougher edge on there. That's okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start doing some scoring across the long side first, and then we'll do the short side, and then we're going to put this together. So I have got my measurements written down here. Okay, and again, this is the size box that we're going to be making, so it is going to be the perfect size. We are going to start with 1 inch on here, so we're going to go 1. And make sure that you don't have your cutting blade ready to roll. You want to make sure that you have got your scoring blade. If you're using your Stampin' Trimmer, make sure you've got the right blade on there, okay? So I'm using a 11 by 7.5. I'm scoring at 1 inch is the first score line. Okay, so like I said, I will have, if you want to kind of reproduce this and you want to have a written copy of it, I will pop all like a full PDF. I have started to work on it, and I will have it done probably in the next, you know, by just after lunch. I will be posting it on my page for those who are subscribed to my channel. This is going to be like a little free class for you this week, and I will include on the PDF some QR codes which will hook you back to these videos. Okay, so therefore you can prep, and then you can come back to these and then create along with it. Okay, so we've got 1, we've got 5, we've got 6, and we've got 10. Okay, so those are the score lines for the long side. So 1, 5, 6, and 10. Okay, now we're going to turn it on this direction, and we are going to score on the short side. We're going to score at, get my cutting blade out of the way, 1 inch. Then we're going to go to 6.5. And those are the 2 scoring that you need. So the 1 and the 6.5. Okay? Easy. And the best part is you use almost the full sheet of cardstock. So you only need 1 sheet, and then you do have a little strip. I mean, if you wanted to, and if you were cutting and creating the box first, I mean, you do have a red scrap that you could incorporate, or whatever color box you use, you could incorporate this piece into the design of your cards as well. You could have a couple strips of just cardstock that you rip. It's up to you, or save it for another project, right? We're going to score these just like that. Now, how many of you have started creating things for Christmas? Is my big question. Just burnishing all of these, so then I can see all the lines perfectly. There we go. And we are going to start cutting. Let's see, we are going to cut all across the bottom here. So we're going to end up cutting these up to the score line that crosses over. Okay, so we're going to just go up to here in 1 inch, right up to that 1 inch score line. So we're going to cut all across this side like that. Already made 8 cards. Eva, you haven't started yet. See, I thought you ladies would be started already, unless you're holding out. You're probably having another gathering in the fall. This would be my guess. And then you guys are going to make tons of Christmas cards at your gathering. That's what I'm thinking. I can picture it. All right, so let's see here. We have got all of our tabs ready. So to create it, it's basically a rectangular pizza box, right? We are getting together in October. You see, I knew it. And then you guys will be creating Christmas. Oh my goodness. Kate has done 96 Christmas cards already. Holy smokes. Yes. I mean, some people, they start creating at the end of the previous year and then they have them all ready to go. But, you know, we will be busy doing creating in the next month or so for sure, right? So for this one, I have done a little tiny notch out of what is going to be the top of the box, just so that you have that notch to kind of see where to open it. So I'm going to get just a punch that is a circle. And it doesn't matter. I'm just grabbing, what did I grab here? 1 1/4. So I'm going to just eyeball the center here. And this is going to be the top. Doesn't matter which you pick for top, which you pick for bottom of the box, because both sides are the same. But I'm going to go, this is the top, and I'm going to just notch it like that. Okay? Then I know that's the top of the box. And for the top of the box, I'm just going to be tucking down these flaps and bringing it in like that. Okay? This end, we are going to create like the actual full box. Okay, this is just going to flap over top. So I'm going to start with the bottom first. Now I know that that's going to be the top. I've got my notch in there ready to go. I just wanted to do that before it's put together. I'm going to start with my tear tape. I mean, you could use just your liquid glue, but I think I'm going to go tear tape for this one. I'm going to pull out the super sticky stuff, right? And that way, this card box is not going to fall apart. So I want to be able to tuck these pieces in to create the box. See that? So I'm going to put the tear tape. I'm just going to flip this over. This is going to be the inside, but I'm going to flip it over so that I can just put all of my pieces of tear tape down. Okay? Because the tabs will be tucked in. There we go. Perfect. And 1, 2, a couple more. I might as well do the ones for the top too. So in the PDF, I will have a diagram of this, so that you will know exactly where your tear tape goes. You will know where to cut, all that stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm ready to go. I'm going to one by one here peel these pieces off, and I'm going to tuck them in. Just going to go like that. So that's one. Go. And 2. My hands are still, I think I still have, if you were just tuning in, you didn't get to see my lovely, I'm in a lovely sweaty state. I just finished getting off of our spin bike that we've got, and so my adrenaline is still going a little bit, but I wanted to fit it in this morning. Get my exercise done in the morning. I'm trying as my youngest daughter, who she runs classes and stuff for, fitness classes and stuff right now for seniors, and she tells me, like, Mom, your core is your most important, and you know, make sure you're doing your cardio. I'm like, okay. So I've decided in my 50s, got to stay fit. That and seeing my parents who did not exercise has shown me that I have to keep active, right? It's always the goal. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Come on. There's the last piece right there. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to just tuck that in. So we have got, there is our box. That was an easy put together. Like I said, almost a full sheet of cardstock. In fact, if you were making, you know, larger cards, then you could easily use the full sheet, use the same measurements. It would just end up being, you know, basically a, depending on the depth. Ooh, here's a thought. Okay, this just came to me. This happens all the time. If you want your box to actually be deeper so that you could fit maybe 6 to 8 cards in here instead of 4, right? You could do the full sheet, and it would just mean, oh, I'm trying to think. No, it wouldn't be long enough this way. You'd have to use a 12-inch. I was going to say you'd have the extra inch this way to make it a deeper box, but you also need the length to be able to create it a little bit deeper as well. Otherwise the sides and the ends wouldn't match up. Okay, so no, you couldn't do that. Sorry, my mind is, I'm speaking what's going on in my head. Okay, all right, so this is the size. You could use like a 12 by 12 sheet, and I did make a little purse kind of recipe for a note card as well as regular cards, and I have seen other designs for regular cards for sure. So I will I'll share maybe a different design that I have for a box for regular cards. There's one that I know that uses one sheet, but there's also the main one that I do that does like holds 12 cards is a 2 sheet rather than a 1 sheet like this. Okay, anyway, let's create the top of this. Okay, so I'm going to close this up, and this should close quite nicely. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'd like to say it's my neighbor, but it's actually Lance out cutting the lawn out there already. So I'm just tuning him out so you can't hear that. We're going to add a little birch on top of the box, just because we did use birch on one of the textures on the card. On one of those cards in there had some birch texture on it. So this is the birch wood embossing. And I like birch patterns for Christmas. Wood grains are beautiful. I've got a piece of, I just cut 6 inches, but I'm going to trim it down. This is a piece of velvet in the green that I'm going to put across here. And then I have got 2 little tiny pieces of pattern paper. I thought I would keep it all in the greens because we've got the red box, and then we're going to do our greeting in red as well. And then we'll add red embellishments on it. It's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to cut this down. This width across here is 5.5. So I'm going to put these right across the entire box. So we'll just trim them down here. There's that one. These were, again, scraps that I had left over from the 6x6 sheets. Okay, and I'm just going to trim this one up. And these are just 1/4 inch strips, so they're really skinny that I had left. And I'm going to just cut those down as well to 5.5. We're going to add them on top of the box. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use some tear tape just for the velvet, because the texture of the back of the velvet and stuff, it just, same with if you're trying to glue on top of velvet, you have to use something a little bit more sturdy. I find that dimensionals, like when I do my grading on top of here, I'll make sure that I don't put the glue where it's going to hit actually on the velvet, because it's hard to stick things to velvet. You definitely have to use, you know, some sort of tear tape or dimensionals. they work okay up against velvet, but liquid glue is just not your friend when it comes to velvet paper. Okay, and the backing of it is kind of, it is just a different texture. So I don't want to take a chance of this coming off, so I'm using the tear tape. Okay, I think I'm in the center. Let's see. Yep, looks pretty good. It's down now. Okay, so there is our band for that. And then I'm going to use just liquid glue, and I'm going to add these pieces on either side. Oh, hold on. Make sure I put my glue on the right edge, on the right side. We made that mistake once, right? Okay, put that down there. I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to put one on this side. And then one on this side just to frame it in. Now, I was just thinking for our envelopes to match, I do have some other just leftover scraps. So I think a little band of pattern paper on your envelope would look perfect just to finish off the look of this card set. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let's see. See here, starting making cards, have 37 done. Perfect. Okay, so there is what the top is looking like so far. Now we do have to put a greeting on here. So I was thinking we're using the traditional label stamp set and dies, and all of the different shapes on all the cards have come from this. And I'll show you the ones that I haven't used as well, because we didn't need all of them, but all the different shapes that are on there, these are the other ones, and they all have like a nice little detail to them. So I could put this one on there, or I could put this one on here. I'm leaning towards the larger one. I just have to figure out what I'm going to put on here. And I think I'm going to use the Merry Christmas to You. That's what I'm thinking. So let's plan this out and see how much space we've got. Yep, I think that would work. The Merry and the Christmas to You. I think that would be perfect. Now the question is, do I want to mix it up and do red and green for the greetings? Because I could do that. Or do I want to keep it all red? I'm thinking green down the center maybe, red at the top and the bottom. Thoughts? Larger. Okay, I agree with the larger. Do I mix up the colors? I think I might. I think that would look kind of nice. And then I can mix up the colors for the embellishments too. So maybe if I do the red Merry, and I'm going to do cherry cobbler, I'm going to make it darker. Okay, I forgot that these are all separate pieces, so therefore it's nice because you can switch up the colors and you can kind of do half and half. Okay, so there's the Merry. Yes, mixed colors. Chris is with me. Yep, Michelle's with me. Perfect. We're doing it, right? So there is the Merry, and I need the Christmas. I'm just going to clean that one because I did it last in red. So I just need my cleaner. There we go. Clean it up, get the red off of there, and we're gonna go green for the Christmas. You know what though, I think I'm gonna stamp the other red first, because then I'll be able to put the Christmas right in the center. So let me just kind of guideline. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We need the to you. So let's get the to you. We haven't used that one yet. To you. Perfect. And I'm just going to stick it on my glass plate here. I'm just going to rub with, I haven't used this one yet, so I'm just using just a little white eraser just at the end of my pencil there. And that just takes the kind of film that comes on the photopolymer. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the first time that you go to stamp a new stamp that is clear like this, sometimes the ink doesn't cling to it perfectly. You end up with a few voids, and that's just because there's like a little film that's left, probably from just manufacturing it. So I recommend I just want to make sure I'm getting this straight. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. I recommend just rubbing it with just either, make sure it's an eraser that's not going to have like a whole bunch of bits on it, because you don't want to have those little bits all over your stamp. So I just use just a white one. And it takes that off, and then it stamps perfectly, as you can see, from the first stamp. Okay, we're going to go Christmas down the center here. This is going to look amazing. Love it. Good choice in the multicolor, right? Okay. Merry Christmas to you. That is going to go on there. Look at how that just pops with both the colors. Okay, we're going to get some dimensionals. Now, I am going to make sure when I attach this, I'm going to pop it up. And I am going to make sure that I'm doing at the top and the bottom, because I don't want to stick it to the velvet if possible, just because it doesn't stick very well. Now, another thing with these dies is that they're attached, right? They're attached at the corners, but then they have these little tiny pieces that you could put ribbon through. So say I didn't have the velvet on the back. I just want to show you the possibilities. You could thread through, oh, I put my dimensionals in the way, but you could thread through like this. See that? And then you could have that go through the center of the die, or you could have it go through the center going this way too. Okay, so you can tuck stuff underneath there, and there's a couple of them. I think there's just 2 of them that kind of have that feature, and it's probably meant so that you can thread it through a wider ribbon, and you can add it to like parcels for tags. You could even thread it through a handle of a gift bag that you make. But for this one, we're going straight on. I just want to make sure I'm straight. Let's make sure we are straight on. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yep. Okay, there we have the Merry Christmas to you. Let's add a few little embellishments here. And like for this one, we could do a little combo. We could do gold, red, and green. Or maybe just bling it with some gold. Maybe I want to do gold. I think I want to do gold, because we do have gold on one of the other cards too. So I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one up here, like that. Look at my sound effects. I just noticed that I always do a little as I'm working through things. There we go. All right, so there's our little bit of gold on there. Love it. Okay, a little sparkle of gold. Now we have got, well, we're in the midst of creating these. Let me see if I can find the 4 envelopes. Here are our notes that are going to go in there. This is going to be so pretty. It's going to be the perfect gift. I'm going to see if I've got 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. And I think it would be pretty if we add just a little tiny bit of beautiful paper onto our envelopes too, just to tie it all together. So I've got 4 here, and again I'm going to just go into my bag of little scraps I've got here, and I might do just a piece all across the bottom here. would be nice. Or your other option is with these papers, there is a whole bunch of these little die cuts as well. There's like 2 sheets of them. So you could add, you know, like a little Christmas fun onto the envelopes. Like, look at this beautiful little red bird. So these are just options, right? The sound effects. Look. That is my thinking sound effects. Yes. Let's go with that. Oh, thanks for putting up with me, everyone. Okay, so we could do, you know, like little pieces like that on the envelopes, or, well, we could do both, really. We could also do like a little strip of pattern paper. That's an option as well. So I'm going to cut just a few, and we'll just use like this side and that side. And do I have one of my beautiful plaid left? I am getting down with, I've gone through like a half package of this paper so fast. Let's see. I don't think I do have a long one left of the plaid. Nope, I don't. Okay, so what we'll do is we will do the green and do a little bit of the brown on there. Okay, I'm just gonna cut, and I'm just gonna do like really skinny pieces here. Maybe I'll do 1/2 inch. So we'll go one like that. And there's another one, and we'll do 2 and 2, and then we'll do some, although I do have some of this pretty green left. Let's do that. Like that. And let's get a little bit of plaid in here. I'm dumping all my little elements all over the floor here as I flip through. It's okay, that's what I'm looking for. All these little scraps. And we'll do that one too. Let's see, and this one. So I'm gonna add just a little element onto the envelopes too, because I think that will just finish it off so it all coordinates. And then you've got the perfect little gift. Okay, so let's do these strips right across here like this. Just add a little bit of glue. So it's all these extra just details that bring it all together, ties everything together, and finishes off this little gift set, right? Looks like you've put a lot of effort into it. The best part is you've used up all your scraps as you've done it. Okay, there's green, like that. So I'm just putting them across the bottom. We're going to do this one. Oh, my glue. Come on, glue. Don't run out now. I'm going to do that one across there. Like that. And we've got one more. Here it is. And we'll do this one here. So we've got 4 different patterns. I was able to scrounge up 4 different patterns. Perfect. Okay. Now, as I'm adding my little elements on here, I do have a fun fold card kit I'm going to give away today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for comment number 7. I'm going to put a little bird on that one. I'm going to finish putting on my elements. I'm just seeing where I am right now. Okay, I know where I am right now, so I can count it out. Okay, so you guys go for it. I'm gonna just attach these pieces, and then we're gonna give away one of the Fun Fold classes. If you are a winner and you are within the, oh, where did my other little, I think there was another piece of holly. There it is. If you are not in Canada, I will send you one of my videos that you can use what you've got in your craft room to create some fun folds. Okay, and like I said, the full PDF, and I will put the links back to these videos, but on YouTube, because they will only be on here for 30 days on Facebook, but I also stream live to YouTube, and so they'll be on YouTube forever. But I will put the links for the YouTube videos in the PDFs for this project, so that you have got everything that you need to recreate this. Look at that. Now the envelopes are just as pretty as the cards, right? Look at that. There's our box. Here's our cards. There's 1. Love it. 2, 3, and 4 with our pretty little envelopes. Look at that. Okay, there is your gift set. Now let me just see. I got to go back and I got to count. I got to find where I was. There we are. And I said 7. So Christine, you're number 1. Eva, you're 2. Vivian, you're 3. Christine, 4. Carol, 5. Michelle, 6. And Barbara, you are 7 today. So you are going to be getting my latest fun fold. Let me just grab an envelope. And I will put it aside for you, because I know that you are probably going to be picking up your product share coming up in probably about a week and a half. So I will put this aside for you, Barbara, and you can grab it then. Congratulations. There we go. So Fun Fold for Barbara is the comment winner today. There is, oh my goodness, there is our little gift set. There's our box. Here's the 4 cards. We even decorated up the envelopes with little bits and pieces just to spread the joy onto the envelopes as well. And it is, yeah, it's a perfect little gift set to give away over the holidays, to your hostesses, to your teachers, co-workers, neighbors, all that sort of stuff. Or if you want to just use the note cards, you could put, you know, a little bit of baking or some chocolates and just use these as cute little gift boxes as well. Okay, so you have the option to separate them or use it as a set. My subscribers, my subscription to my Facebook page is $2.49 a month. I know, it's a lot, right? $2.49. And on there, I have been popping the recipes for some of our live cards that we have done. And they will end up with the full PDF for this project. That's what the gift is for the subscription this week. So you will end up with that. I will post it in the subscription probably, like I said, it might take me a couple hours to finish it off. I have to take pictures of this and the last card, and then I'll pop it in there and you will have the full recipe. I will also put it in my PDF store, so you can find it there as well. Okay. All right. There we have it. I'm going to switch on back. There we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And like I said, we did this over 2 different days. So if you missed the putting up together of the first 3 cards, you will find that on my Tuesday toss up live back in my feed. And I'll even maybe drop the link in the description of this video and vice versa, so that you can, you know, be able to watch both of them. Okay. And I hope you guys give this a try. It's super cute. And like I said, uses up your scraps. If you're looking for the note cards, we have them. You can find them in my online store. And they are just note card envelopes and note cards and envelopes. I think they're $13.75. You get 20 of the note cards and 20 of the envelopes. So you would be able to make, well, 5 sets of these with one package of them, and then you would just create your little box using your cardstock, and you would be ready to go to give some gifts away. Okay, all right, take care everyone, enjoy the weekend, and I will be back here with you. Let's see, Sunday I do have my Zoom class, and so we are looking at, I'm going to see if I can probably do it maybe in the afternoon at 3 o'clock is where I'll switch the time to. I'll let you know, but I probably will alter it just so that I am ready for my Zoom class. I'm excited. We're going to do Scenic Adventure, and I'm excited for those of you that are joining me for that. And like I said, you can find any of my previous months PDF and video virtual classes in the PDF store as well. Okay. All right. Thanks. Oh, first time watcher today. Well, welcome, Cora, to the community. I'm glad you found us. All right, everyone, I'm going to take off. I definitely need a shower after my workout, and have a great weekend. Okay, bye for now.